It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. My friends, it's a Monday and it's a Maiden Monday. Up the fucking irons, y'all. I'm ready for some Iron Maiden, and today I'm ready for some live Iron Maiden. I'm glad that you are joining me from the very beginning of the channel. Iron Maiden has been one of our favorite bands. We've heard a bunch of their individual songs, and lately I've been going through their discography to make sure that I don't miss anything. And to date, we've heard all of the first 7 albums. We heard the self-titled debut album in 1980, Killers from 81, The Number of the Beast from 82, Peace of Mind from 83, Power Slave from 84, Somewhere in Time from 86, and Seventh Son of a Seventh Son from 1988. And as I was getting ready to go to the next album in their discography, which is No Prayer for the Dying, I noticed that that was released in October of 1990. And I thought, before we leave the decade of the 80s with Iron Maiden, we need to go back to their big live double album from this decade. It's Live After Death, and it's 4 sides long, and we're going to be tackling side 1 today. I am really pumped to have y'all with us. Live After Death was released in October of 1985. That's why they have a gap that year in their studio albums. They were performing their World Slavery Tour, which was a huge tour in support of their most recent album, Power Slave. It was one that spanned 331 days and 187 shows. It makes me tired just thinking about it, y'all. But this band, they are known for their great live performances. And so for this live album, we've got sides 1 through 3 that are recorded from performances at Long Beach Arena in California, and then side 4 of the audio was recorded at the Hammersmith Odeon in London. So our audio today will come from the 4-night run that the band performed in Long Beach, California in March of 1985. And I'm ready to do it, y'all. I've heard all of these songs before in various circumstances, but it's been a while since I heard any of them, and I'm really pumped to just have some fun with y'all today. This is kind of what it's about, right? We've, early on, I was like, I'm getting to know Iron Maiden. I'm getting to know your fans and getting to know their music. And now, I'm just ready to party with y'all. So let's get it going. Bruce Dickinson is on vocals. Dave Murray is on the guitar. Adrian Smith is also on the guitar and some backing vocals. Steve Harris is on bass guitar and backing vocals. And Nico McBrain is on the drums. I have set this up, y'all, where we're going to go through all of side 1 just like it's from the vinyl. I may stop it once or twice, but I want to just experience the side with all of y'all, and we'll enjoy it as it comes. Let's get it going. It starts off with something called Churchill's Speech, and I think I know what this is going to be, but I want to be sure before I say anything about it. So let's get it going. Side 1 of Iron Maiden's Live After Death. Here we go. Okay. Got the crowd. Got a motorcycle or a leaf blower or something.
We could go on to the end.
Yeah.
We shall fight in France.
Churchill's famous World War II. There's the plane.
With growing confidence
World War II
and growing
speech.
strength in the air, we shall defend our island.
Defend our island, whatever the cost may be.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing
We'll
grounds.
fight you anywhere.
We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
Never surrender. Never give up. Never surrender. And we're right into Aces High. First song, from Power Slave. There's flat 6, flat 7. Yeah. It's been a while, y'all. I heard Power Slave on the channel back in May of 2024. It's been a year and a half. So back into a different key. So that part goes up a fourth to the A. Sounds great. Relative major, and then flat 6 to flat 7 1, making it a minor key. They went up a minor third. Flat 6, flat 7 1, boom, boom, right. Guitar solo. They're just moving around to different keys. Now they're in B. Back to A. Verse 2. Yeah. Makes sense that they would start this with Churchill's speech, based on what this song's about, right? Straight for them, I press down my guns. Yeah! Same thing they did in the last chorus. Up a step. And they're still going back to that flat 6, flat 7 to 1. They're just in A minor now. Nice. And they're going to end in A. We're off to a great start. What a cool song. Great song. 2 minutes to midnight. It's 11:58. Do you know where your children are? Second song from Power Slave. They might as well, if they're promoting that album, give us the first 2 badass songs to start off the show. think that we stayed in A. For the love of living death. Like that halftime feel. The hands that threaten doom. Flat 6, flat 7, 1. There's 2. Jeez, I forget exactly what this song's about, y'all. The lyrics are... they've got some interesting stuff in them. Don't you pray for my soul anymore? Guitar solo. Play bomb. Whoa. Bomb. It's revived. You know, I read they didn't do any overdubs. This is just what they played live. Sounds great. Okay, back into the main riff. Wow. Don't you pray for my soul anymore. You know, I think I remember. The 2 minutes to midnight is like the doomsday clock. It's like time's running out, y'all. Are we doomed? They're just at the height of their powers, aren't they? I mean, this is 50 years ago. Hard to believe. hard to believe. But they're young, and they're just ripping it up. So, we're now going to be moving on to the previous album from Power Slave. Peace of Mind. And we get the Trooper from side 2 of that album. I remember, it's been a long time. I first heard this one in January of 2022 as we were celebrating our first anniversary of a channel. And then I heard Peace of Mind again as an album a while ago. No turning back, y'all. We're on war. Conflict again. Won't live to fight another day. Solo time. So we're in E, 7, 5, 6, 7, 1. Sorry, solo. Different solo. So now we're doing the same thing over A. There's the 5, 6, 7, 1, right? Just a rockin' riff. Verse 3. When a Russian gets me in his sights, he pulls the trigger and I feel the blow. Without a tear, I draw my parting groan. The trooper is no more. Amazing. Y'all, I think I am going to actually stop it. I need to look that, hang on. I need to look up, okay, the trooper meaning Iron Maiden. What was this about? What was this about? Ah, I remember, okay. the bravery and chaos and the futility of war, and in particular, the charge of the Light Brigade, and Alfred Lord Tennyson's poem about that war. And the notes are saying from the 1854 Crimean War. The lyrics are from a soldier's perspective, and he gets, he rushes into battle, and we get, heroism. We also get sacrifice, and we get a pointless death, really. So I think it's really about the futility. Why do we keep going to war with each other? Here's a story about a trooper who didn't deserve to die, but he was brave anyway, and they shouldn't have had to do that. And it makes for a really great rockin' tune. Really, really does. So let's keep going, y'all. We got a couple of more songs on this album. Next up is called Revelations, and we're still in Peace of Mind, but we're over to side 1. And this one, as I recall, was written by Bruce Dickinson. So here's Revelations from Iron Maiden. Here we go. Good time for a little bit of a slower tempo. Still really heavy though. That's A minor to yeah, they're using that flat 6, flat 7 to 1. I don't have the timing down yet. All right. Taken off. And then back into the slower. I love the guitars in this. The eyes of the Nile are opening. I feel it even though I'm not in LA. You'll see. how they changed the key to go to a guitar solo. Gives it just that extra little punch. I think that's Dave just ripping it up. Also, just listening into Steve's bass playing, so solid down there. And he and Nico were just right together, just rocking this out. Bow, 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 down, down. So as I recall, and in my notes, this isn't only referring to the biblical book of Revelations, but it's referring to the occultist, Aleister Crowley, right? We've heard Ozzy singing about Mr. Crowley. Cool. So the last song on this album, or this side, Flight of Icarus. Also from Peace of Mind.
As the sun breaks above the ground, an old man stands on the hill. The crowd rolls to the first streak of light. A bird song shatters the still. Its eyes are ablaze. See the madman and his king. Fly on your way like an eagle.
So F sharp minor, down to E, down to D, E, and back to F sharp.
Now the crowd breaks, and a young boy appears. Looks the old man in the eye, stands his race, and shouts to the crowd. In the name of God, my Father, I fly. His eyes seems to please, as he flies on the wings of his prey. Now he knows it's time to betray. Now he thinks
Bum, bum. Nice move up the scale there. Fly and touch the sun. So that's flat 7. 1. Up the scale again. There. Re, me, fa, sol, do. Like an eagle. as high as the sun. Holy crap. Whew. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing stuff, y'all. Rockin' side of music. Even though I've heard all of that before, it's just fun to hear it in the context of a live show. You know, it takes on just a different level of meaning. You know, you ingrain the songs a little bit more into you. And I was really happy about how much I actually remembered of these tunes. What a side of music. We got 4 of these, y'all. So that's just side 1. And as I was reading up on this one, the critics, the fans, they have, many of the folks around that have heard this album have called it one of the greatest live albums of all time. And easily one of the best heavy metal live albums of all time. And as we recall, it's coming out in 85. You know, I think earlier I said it was 50 years. It's 40. I don't want to age them too much, y'all. Yeah, 75 was 50 years ago. 85 was 40 years ago. I can't do math. I got to carry the 2. So, yeah, as this was coming out in 85, I remember hearing, I think, Brothers in Arms from Dire Straits from around the same period, and they were touting how, oh, this is like new digital recording, and the whole vinyl era was really quickly kind of going away, and this becomes one of the great last live albums of the vinyl era. It's designed to have 4 sides of vinyl to the album originally, and it's just kind of a relic in that sense, kind of a snapshot in time, because soon, very soon, we'd not only be, you know, we were already on cassettes, but we'd be onto CDs very quickly, and digital recording, and a larger amount of time available to the bands to include on a single disc, right? So, yeah, I'm really happy that I decided to go back and catch this album, because it gives me one more chance to really experience these great songs from the 80s. And this is their only live album from this decade, y'all. And so it gives me an opportunity to just hear them at the early height of their majestic powers. And they're just rocking out, aren't they? So when we come back next week, side 2 is also going to be probably even, is it more of a powerhouse episode or more of a powerhouse side? I don't know, but we've got 3 songs instead of 7 tracks. Y'all, it's Rime of the Ancient Mariner, Power Slave, and The Number of the Beast. I'm going to have to eat my Wheaties by the time we get to next week's episode. So I will have to rest up for that one. But for today, my friends, I believe that will be all for me. We have been listening to the first side of 4 from the wonderful and classic live album, Live After Death, from Iron Maiden, that came out 40 years ago, a few months ago. And it was just a thrill to share this music with all of y'all. So thanks for being with me today. I got a lot more coming up this week, but that is all for me on this occasion, my friends. I thank you for being with me, and we will see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.